problem. I'm sure it's a similar one that most of you have. It's a bit of a modern problem, and modern problems require modern solutions. Byproduct of my problem, part of this right here. It's not the problem, but part of it. I tend to take care of my equipment. It costs a lot of money to maintain it. So when thieves come to steal and destroy, it becomes quite frustrating. My problem looks like this, this, and this. My modern solution is this, this, and this. If you haven't guessed it by now, I have a serious raccoon problem. I'm gonna cost you a couple $100 every so often to fill your 3 feeders up. I get quite irritated with the umpteen million raccoons that are living really high on the hog. And you know what? It's not that they're not working for it. They're definitely working for it, but that's the problem. They're working for it, and they're working too hard for it. My biggest issue isn't that they're eating it off the ground. My problem is when they get greedy and they decide to scale the feeder legs and help themselves to more protein and corn. And I mean, by all means, if it's on the ground, help yourself. But when you're up at all the wee hours of the night, polishing off what's left on the ground while 1 or 2 continue to spin my plate, then we have, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, a serious problem. The corn isn't for the trash pandas. The protein isn't for the trash pandas. It is for the deer and for the hogs. And as I mentioned, I don't have a problem with them eating it off the ground and helping themselves there. The problem is, it's the hours upon hours every night of emptying a feeder. And of course, they're simple little creatures, we'll put it that way, so they don't know any better. And some may say, well, Brad, why don't you just put spike strips on the legs? The answer is that is one more thing that I have to maintain. And all too often, those striped-faced thieves mischievously figure out a way around them. For example, equipment, spinner plates, feeders, batteries, just the whole shebang in general is very expensive, and there is maintenance that is required for every single one that you own. And not only do I take the title of hunter, fisherman, outdoorsman, maybe even gatherer from time to time, I also like the title of trapper. So a trapper I will become. All right, in all seriousness, that format is very hard to film in. As you can tell, I have an overpopulation of trash pandas. This is a Duke's dog-proof coon trap. I did have 3. I now currently only have 2 for whatever odd reason, and I have a bag of dog food. That said, I am waging all out, full-blown war on these raccoons. I have had enough. It's like 5, 6, 7 at multiple feeders all night long every night. And when you're feeding corn and protein, it gets expensive. I don't mind if they eat it off the ground, but when they sit there and spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, it makes my anger shark swim just a little bit. And I'm sure many of you, maybe even thousands of you, can relate to my situation. Here's the setup. I'm gonna take a couple of pieces of rope, go around the feeder leg. I'm gonna stake these bad boys in the ground, figure out a way to rig up some of this rope to said coon-proof, dog-proof, not coon-proof, I hope it's not coon-proof, trap with some dog food in it. I've had great success doing this over the years. And while I've never really filmed this kind of content, it's something that I've always done and always enjoyed. If this is something that you guys want to see more of in the future, let me know, because it looks like it's gonna take me a while to knock down some numbers out here. We can do some live trapping, we can do some snare style of trapping, we can do just varmints of all kinds. Lots of trapping, of course, with these dog-proof, yeah, I thought I said coon-proof again. Dog-proof Duke's traps. I found these on, like, I think they were on sale at Shields in the DFW area, the Colony, that's where it's at. Found these on sale there, and they're like $13 a piece for anybody that's interested in knowing that tidbit of information. My local hardware store and feed store carries them, but they're about $20, $21 a piece. So while I was in Shields back last weekend or whenever it was, I decided to pick up a few of these. It's the one and only one that I had, which I've actually had multiples, but they disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. Regardless, I'll give you guys a little rundown, show you how I'm doing this. Let's get to it. In my whole entire opinion, these things are an absolute pain in the butt to set, but they're so effective, so I keep using them. All the raccoons come from that direction over there. I'm gonna set them up on these two legs over here. This feeder's full enough, we should be able to restrain a few raccoons on the leg. My luck, they'll go nuts and they'll tip this thing over because that leg's a bit wobbly. I guess my forelegs are just a tad out of square. I'm gonna feel more confident over here. Yeah, I'm gonna feel a whole lot more confident over here. If you're gonna run these, you better have some good grip strength or just really good technique. Here's what I do. Take my two hands like this. Not sure if this is how you're supposed to do it. I'm no professional by any means, but I sure do have a pretty good ratio of sets to catches, if that's even a thing or if people even really keep up with that. I don't know. But squeeze like so. These are brand new, so these are going to be super tough. And then I reach up with one hand like that and help myself with some leverage on the tab here. Once you get to that point, then your little trigger mechanism here is free. And I set those, when I'm shoving them down in the ground, I set them fully like that, where the release is all the way down in the notch, just so I have a less chance of this thing going off while I'm holding it. And then once I get it in the ground and the chain and everything hooked up, then I go ahead and I bring that release up right there about halfway. Makes this mechanism in here that less of a distance for it to travel in order for this thing to go off. Set it on the ground, fingers clear of the hole, grab it by the outside of the body, shove like that, and then a little foot pressure on top. Voila. Here's probably my most favorite way to secure something like this. Like I said, I'm normally using rapid rope, and so I can tie much tighter knots. But in this case, I already had this old, I guess it's a leash out, and I already cut it to length, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. But here's what I do. Start it in from the top, weave it through this chain, basically kind of braiding it, and then I put it through that last, whatever you want to call that, coupler link there, and then ball up a big knot. It's not going to come back through, and if it does make it through that link that it's in right now, it's definitely not coming through the smaller chain links. Yeah, there you have it. Time for the old set. Yeah. Bam. Got a little half trigger action. Don't take much, folks. I never overfill these things. I do just enough to cover the bottom, plus maybe a little bit. I want there to be no room for them to be able to escape. I want there to be no room for error either. Little on the ground, and I'll throw a little protein in there for backup. I really wish I had 3. I looked for my third one and I couldn't find it, but we're gonna run with 2. I'm so excited about that. I just love trapping. There's something about it that's so much fun. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, let me know down in the comment section below. I guess we ought to bounce on out of here. I'm gonna update this video later on tonight with trail camera videos and or pictures. The suspense is already killing me. let's get out of here and let's impatiently wait for the trail cameras to go off. Man, I'm so disappointed. There was 2 raccoons that were trapped. One of them somehow slipped out, and I don't know if he slipped out actually. I think the entire rope and everything all just came loose. I think is what had happened. And I'm not entirely sure how that happened either, because I double knotted everything, and it is what it is. We have 1 raccoon, which is great. We're gonna go look at him, we're gonna rebait the trap, and we're gonna continue on in this video. They should have a whole bunch of raccoons at this other feeder, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get down there here in just a few minutes and take a quick look at raccoon number 1. What in the world? The dude chewed the rope in half. Oh my goodness. The raccoon literally chewed. That is wild. I cannot believe that it managed to do that. And it's running around here somewhere with some jewelry on its foot. Well, here's one. So that's a plus. Man, look how badly that's frayed up. I'm gonna have to go to straight steel cable. This rope isn't gonna work. My end goal this year is to trap, I think a good number for population control would be about 20 to 25. It's March now, and we have 1 down. So we're gonna continue on. I'm going to, I guess, rebait this one here, and depending on the rope, I may be replacing the rope. I'm just mind boggled that the other raccoon that I caught literally chewed the rope in half to get free. That is wild. Maybe I'll see him back in here at this feeder with his ball and chain tonight on the camera. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be upgrade time. Steel cable. I'm gonna dispose of this guy. You got it looped around there a whole bunch of times. Seems as though my knot worked really well. That ought to hold up to 1 more raccoon. I got plenty of steel cable. We'll fix that problem pronto. It's amazing how destructive these things are. Not only to timers, spinner, motors, and setups and such, but also to traps and rope. The dog food seemed to work well. We're gonna do the same thing. Well, to get them 1 more time at least. I'm going to acquire about 2 or 3 more raccoon traps. I've already got the steel cable. That's what I should have done the first time, because they can't chew through steel cable. And then I'll be updating you guys here very shortly. It's gonna be dark here in a few hours. Hopefully at dark, we get to trap 1 more at least. Well, that's all we're gonna be trapping if we get any at all, because one of them ran away with my other one. I'm going to replace some batteries in this trail camera, and the stage will be completely set for tonight's show. And I should have done that the first go round when I was here 2 days ago. I should have replaced the batteries, but we'll be able to follow along with it tonight. Yeah. So you didn't need the trap, huh? You just ran it over?
Yeah, he just ran over our trap. But it was at our house.
Oh, really?
got him right on the nose.
Right in the noggin. You wanna go look at the deer stand?
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
You and Megan were there.
Yeah.
I watched it with y'all. I watched a lot of things about it.
About deer hunting?
Yeah. And
Were we
then
watching? Were we watching me?
Huh?
Were we watching me?
That.
Go check it out.
Wow. This is your deer stand is old.
Oh, it's not that old.
Yep. It's not that.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
We got 2 chairs,
Yeah.
so you can come sit with me one day.
Yep. When we go hunting right here.
Yep. See, we can see the feeder from the windows.
Oh yeah. I think I can see the raccoon right there.
Yep, sure can. Pretty cool, huh?
Mhm.
All right.
So you used to hunt in here, huh?
I still do. I killed 2 deer out of this stand this year. Pretty cool.
Yep. Now we can go. We got the trap.
Yep. We got to get the raccoon out of it.
How do you?
I'll show you. Yeah, you got to watch out for the briars.
What?
You got to watch out for the briars.
Oh, briar.
Well, if we see some more, I'll show you what they look like. See these right here?
Yeah.
These are called briars. See,
Oh.
see how they got the pokies on them?
Yeah.
They hurt when you walk into them. Did they scratch you?
I think they scratched me, but no blood came out.
Yeah, it'll itch a little bit, but it'll quit. That's a pretty big raccoon, huh?
Yeah. He's fat.
Real fat. Pretty cool, huh?
Yep. Is this that
We got to rebait the trap so we can catch another one. We got to rebait the trap so we can catch another one.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, another tree stand, huh?